I want to die. Welcome to my channel. My name is Chrissy, and in this video I'm talking to you out there because you have tapped on here because you're wanting to die. Now I have experienced suicidal thoughts. I know how it feels to suffer, to have depression, and to be in debilitating pain and collapse on the floor. I have been there. So I am giving you some tips on how you can go about relieving yourself from those terrible pains that you might be suffering. Now, the first thing I'm going to tell you is that you have to be the one to make the changes. If you're really suffering, there is nothing wrong with reaching out and getting help and advice, getting a good psychologist. Medication can help you incredibly because sometimes it can just tip you back the other way. It can help you to clear your mind and it can slow down your thoughts, which in turn helps you to move forward with your life. Because sometimes when you're in debilitating pain, sadness, grief, loss, you can feel very stuck. So you've got to get proactive now at making these changes. You can pull yourself out as well. If you are just suffering sort of depression, you can pull yourself out through exercise, eating well. I've got a lot of videos that can help you around these tips and tricks as well of how to pull yourself out of depression. But if you're really struggling, you need to get really proactive now and starting to make changes in your life. Because living in all that despair, sadness, going through dark nights of the soul, the Ascension process, so many things can create that feeling of, I want to die, that you've got to start to turn that around because you're here to live your life. You don't want to live a life half dead and with no meaning to it and just suffering pain every day of your life. That is the worst place to be. And I've been there and I understand how that feels. So if you're wanting to make changes, you've got to start doing the small things that are going to lift you out of that dark and horrible place. Now, I really believe there is always light in that darkness, and it's almost like the yin-yang symbol. If you think of the yin-yang symbol, there's always the circle of the light and there's always that little circle of darkness, which we all have in us. And sometimes we do get pulled towards that darkness, but we have to find ways to climb out and find the light. It's like being in a valley and then climbing to the top of that mountain to see that light. You've got to make the steps that are going to take you to a higher feeling place and make you feel stronger. So I'm suggesting the first thing that you have to do is just distract yourself and get yourself doing something that is going to interrupt those thoughts in your mind that are consuming you. Because when you're going around and round the hurts, the pain, worrying about the future, a lot of us are going through a lot of times at the moment that are quite worrying and filling people with a lot of fear. Some things may never happen. So you can also be worrying about your future and what's coming when nothing's actually happened yet. So you've got to actually get things into a perspective as well. And that's why in a lot of my videos I talk about living in the now, because when you're here and now, your mind is here and now. And that is why it is so important to do the things that give you life and bring your soul and your spirit back to life as well, because that is how you start to make the changes in your life that are going to start to get you living again. Now, I know it's hard and I understand that you're going to take 2 steps forward and then maybe 1 step back, or maybe 3 steps forward and 5 steps back. It doesn't matter as long as you're making these proactive changes to get your life moving forward. Now, like I said, I've got a lot of videos that can help you around these topics. So go and check them out. And of course, if this video is helping, boop that like button for me. But do the small things that are going to distract your mind. So it doesn't matter if you just sit here and you do some drawing. If you sit down on a couch and read a book. Go and watch Netflix for half an hour. Watch a funny show that's going to cause you to laugh inside. Might be something on YouTube. It doesn't matter what you're doing. If you can get 20 minutes relief from that pain, that means you are breaking the cycle of pain and misery. So slowly you'll start to shift the feelings in your body that can chemically make these changes in your thought and the way that you are feeling. Because what you're wanting, when you say you're wanting to die, you're wanting to find relief from that pain, that contraction, those horrible, horrible feelings that you might be suffering during a challenging, difficult, or really tough time in your life. So look, please go check out my videos. I know I can help you if you're feeling like you're wanting to give up. Please don't give up. I'm living proof. I have been there. I know how it feels to feel like you just want to give up. It's all just too hard. Well, there is always light in that tunnel, and I want you to please, please, please go and find it. Go check out my other videos. Subscribe if you'd like. That would be great. Leave me some comments, and I will see you in that next video. Take care. Bye.